Hey there, we have 5 things we want to share with you, and we're going to jump right in off the gate. Number 1.
Well, the McBride family has been doing well, thanks to God. We have been going to soccer games with Nash, and he's been going to the 4th grade and doing great. And I've been a chaplain part-time at Fuller Theological Seminary, and that's been wonderful. My pastoral heart has been at work there, and Rob also has been doing well, and he's been working from home for Media Current. And so thanks to God, we are coming out of a difficult seminary season and recalibrating and finding a new rhythm for this season of life.
And my wife Amy just got a job in the past couple of months and has been killing it. An office director at a local insurance company with an amazing group, an amazing culture. We were a part of the Christmas party this year, and just such sweet, real, good, genuine people. And she's just thriving and alive. Abe, 4th grade, same class, same school with Nash. They walk home from school every day. Adorable. And Samuel and Simone are crushing 1st grade. I don't know how you do that, but they're
you can crush it.
They've also been able to have visits from both grandmas and one of the grandpas. Other grandpa will be coming later. Yeah. And we just seem to be in a group where we're settling in. Our families are doing a lot of life. In fact, we're at the Harrison family dinner table.
Yeah.
A lot of life, a lot of ministry, a lot of shared
food.
Meals, black bean soup, chicken parmesan, all the things have happened right here. And even that's why we wanted to do the update, because this table has really been a grounding place, both at our home and then the table at y'all's home for us. Okay, number 2.
So our families have been finding our new spiritual rhythms. Well, something else that we've been doing. Our families have been discerning how to become affiliated with a denomination that where we share similar values and a denomination that we respect. And so we've been in mutual discernment with the Evangelical Covenant Church.
ECC.
ECC for short, thank you. And the ECC is an old organization that was established by immigrants in the United States, and they have a lot of the core values that our church represents.
Yeah, 5 big things. If you go online and check it out, they're all amazing, and they're all the things that we're passionate about.
We love that they have a heart for justice, a heart for racial righteousness, a heart for women in leadership and women's ordination. They have a heart to be merciful and kind and generous. And so we see a lot of the values of the kingdom in them, and so we're mutually discerning with them to see if we want to align ourselves with them in church plant with them. And they recently have just invited Bobby and I to attend their midwinter conference, which is going to be in Chicago at the end of this month. And it's one of their large conferences that they put once a year, to see and continue this conversation, to see if we're a good fit with them and they're a good fit with us. So we invite you to pray for us as we are discerning to be part of a large denomination, which we've never done before.
Yeah. Didn't grow up in denominations, so this is an all new venture. It feels like we're dating them a little bit, and they've invited us to a really fancy dinner to meet their parents.
Yes.
And so we're going to try to dress up a little bit.
Exactly. See, we want to put the ring on.
Yeah, we'll see. Number 3, we are at this season where we're beginning to seek support, both from individuals and from churches and ministries. We have filed for articles of incorporation, seeking that nonprofit status. We're almost official.
Hey!
This thing is almost official. Shout out to ROB. Mr. Rob McBride has done some huge work for us on this, behind the computer screen and on the phones and all the things. So big shout out for that. So that's the season we're in. And if you're desiring to support us in that kind of way, please let us know. Please reach out. We'll also be reaching out to many people as well. And we have some really cool news to share on this.
Yes.
Just not yet.
Not yet.
That's called a tease in the broadcast business.
Right.
Okay, that's 3. Here's 4. Number 4 is that we have a small group of folks that have communicated to us since they first heard this dream come out of our mouths that they just want to be a part of it and that they want to be in. And so we spent some time in prayer, spent some time really in mutual discernment, and I feel like the next step for us that we've really agreed upon is to begin to gather this small group of folks into a home once a month and to worship, to fellowship, to break bread, to share a table, to sing and to pray, and to allow the Lord to lead us mutually together as he knits our hearts together and then calls us into the people and the place that he would appoint for us.
I think how a church begins is really important because it sets the DNA for the child that's being born, right? And so we've been praying for this church for a very long time, for about 5 years, and we've been discerning as we have been going. And so I think one of the big hopes that I have for this church is that we would continue following the movement of the Spirit. When I look at the book of Acts, to me, it's a very anchoring book in the Bible. the creation narrative of the early church is all initiated, spirit initiated and spirit sustained. And I think both Bobby and I and our families and everyone else who's going to join us, we want to be responding to the movement of the spirit. We don't want to get ahead. So we want to respond to that border crossing God and that boundary breaking spirit, and how God is being, how we're being reconciled with God and with each other, and to establish these spiritual rhythms of breaking bread together, of praying together, of mutually discerning and listening together. And so this time is really important to set down the DNA of what the church is going to be about.
So our fifth thing is to share our one big hope for 2020. Is that your big hope?
I think that's my big hope.
I think that's beautiful.
That would be walking in the spirit and in tune with each other as human beings that we are, but also most importantly in tune with God.
So my one big hope for 2020, and we'd love to hear yours as well, is that God's love would grow inside of us like this enormous bonfire. And the warmth of it would just be contagious, would draw people to it, and would ourselves allow us to feel the warmth and the glow of that. There's been a season preceding this that has been challenging. And I feel like God is allowing that to thaw out. And we're excited to come out into the light and to grow and to come just lit aflame by the glow of the Lord's leading among our lives. So those are our 5 big things. Please shout out to us if you want any more information on any of that. If you want to be a part of the support team or anything along those lines.
It's awesome.
Peace.
Peace.